and welcome to Las Vegas Advisors Weekly Update with Anthony and Andrew. Today is Thursday, January 13th, and what's happening in Las Vegas since the new year, Anthony?
Nothing. Nothing much really. It's going to be that kind of a year. You know, I mean, 2021, which was, right in the jaws of the pandemic, essentially. Still, you had the opening of Resorts World, you had the opening of Virgin, you had the opening of the Convention Center.
Big things.
Yeah, and just prior to that, the end of 2020, the opening of CIRCA. So things were happening. This year in 2022, even though things are coming back with a vengeance, it looks like, there's just nothing on the schedule in terms of big openings except for the return of the Palms under the San Manuel, operation.
Right, and that's super exciting. That'll be fun.
Well, that'll be good. Yeah, I mean, that'll be good. But usually, we go back a half a decade or a decade ago, and we might have had 10, 12, 15 different things to put on the docket to look forward to. Now, there's going to be, things are going to pop up during the course of the year. I think there's some pedestrian bridges maybe going in around the Sahara. There's going to be something happening. But in terms of a really big event, it's really only going to be the Palms so far. So what's not happening in terms of building and opening is happening in terms of essentially dining and entertainment.
Okay.
All right. So, and mostly in dining. And I think that's what we're going to talk about right now.
Right. So dining is going to be really exciting in Vegas. There's a lot of new stuff that's
Well,
opening.
it is, it already is exciting. It's always been exciting. That's always been a good part of the whole Vegas scene. But recently, because of one announcement, and that being that Peter Luger Steakhouse out of New York City is going to come in and take the spot that used to be Rayo's at Caesar's Palace.
Now, we did an episode about this a few episodes back where you were hearing whisperings about this, but it wasn't confirmed. But we actually did talk about this on the show. You predicted this was going to happen.
Well, I heard that it was a possibility.
Yeah.
And I remember I said I would take that trade.
Yeah.
I liked Rayo's. It was good. But
sure.
Luger's, it depends on who you are. Some people I talk to say it's the best steakhouse in the United States. Others, New Yorkers tell me it's not even the top 5 in New York. So who knows?
What's your experience with Luger's?
I've been there maybe 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
And I have had an unbelievable experience meal there every single time. They're known obviously for their dry aged steaks. They're known for their big beefsteak tomatoes that they bring. It's sort of a different experience. When you go there, you've not been there, right?
No.
Okay. There's only 3 Lugers. This will be the 4th one. And the original, since the 1800s, is at the bottom of the Brooklyn Bridge when you go into Brooklyn. There's one in Great Neck, New York, and there's one in Tokyo.
Okay.
So if there's one in Tokyo, they got to have something going for it. Those guys like their beef over there,
Definitely.
But it's just, you'd come off the bridge and you would be in Brooklyn, and it would be, nothing fancy, to put it mildly. And there's Peter Luger Steakhouse, and you go in, and it was just a terrific, the whole shebang was just, it's not a fancy place at all. It's sort of like a down hangout place, but it's just great food. All right, this is all at Paris. These have been announced. The Bedford from Martha Stewart, Lisa Vanderpump, and another Lisa Vanderpump restaurant, and Nobu.
Okay.
And Vanderpump is, I guess, something from a TV show, Vanderpump Rules or something like that. It's a pretty big deal. And obviously we all know what Nobu's about when it comes to sushi.
Nobu gets it right every time, in my opinion. They just have great sushi, and it's it's very succsuccessful here in Vegas. So this is the 4th Nobu, I think you said.
This will be the 4th.
4th Nobu.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. So it's I like Nobu too. I can think of other ways to go for sushi, but Nobu's always it's always good. EMMITT'S Las Vegas is going to go into the Fashion Show Mall. That's Emmitt Smith, who is a Hall of Fame running back. I think still the leader in yards gained for his career all time. Hall of Famer, of course. Soon-to-be Hall of Famer Drew Brees, quarterback from the New Orleans Saints, recently retired there, is going to open a place called Walk-On Sports Bistro. That's going to be at Harrah's.
Cool.
All right, then you got Ole Red from Blake Shelton. It's going to be at Bally's. Up in the front where they call the Grand Bazaar Shops. You've got Nelly's Southern Kitchen from the Jonas Brothers. That's going to be at MGM Grand. And you've got Todd English, who is going to open another joint in his own hotel called
The English Hotel.
The English Hotel.
I'm actually really excited about this. I think this is going to be really cool, and I like hanging out downtown in the Arts District, and this is going to be a really cool spot.
That's an Arts District place. So you know what? Maybe I spoke too soon. I guess we could say the opening of the English Hotel is going to be a happening, And I think that's scheduled for sometime in 2022, but we'll talk about it when we get there.
Right,
if that's going to happen.
No casino. There's no casino.
No casino, right. It's not a casino place, so maybe that's why it was off my radar. And then then maybe the biggest news of all is there's going to be another Lotus of Siam going to open up at Red Rock Casino.
Very exciting. And Red Rock is a locals casino. Red Rock's super cool. And Lotus of Siam, I believe, is a Vegas place. It's like a Vegas.
It's probably the most notable restaurant in Vegas. It's probably the restaurant, for sure, the restaurant outside of a casino that's most known out of Las Vegas.
For Thai food. Yeah, great Thai food.
Actually, for all food. And I mean, there are people that say it's the best Thai food on the West Coast. It started, actually, the people who started it come from L.A., but they moved to Vegas. They opened a joint in the Commercial Center, just a small place, and it just caught on. The food was so good.
Is that the one on Karen, like off of Karen Street?
Yeah, that's cool. It's Maryland Parkway and Sahara, kind of. Then they opened another one on Flamingo, and this is going to be the third one, the first one in a casino. It's one of my favorite restaurants. You know, I mean, there's a lot of places that get acclaim here that I go to and I go, but Lotus, I don't think I've ever had a bad meal there.
Yeah, no, it's delicious. I like their pad thai. All their curries that I've had there are delicious. What do you like, Anthony?
Well, for one, they've got an appetizer. It's called Nam Khao Todd.
Okay.
And it is, you just got to have it. We used to call it appetizer number 14.
Okay.
Because it was always that on the original menu. I don't know where it is now, but here's the description. It's minced sour sausage mixed with green onion, fresh chili, ginger, peanuts, crispy rice, and lime juice.
Yeah.
And they serve it basically with cabbage. And you take the cabbage and that mixture that I just described, you pick it up with the cabbage and you eat it, bite by bite.
Cool.
And it's crispy because of the crispy rice, and it's just got all this texture and all this flavor. You just cannot go there without having it. It's got a little bit of pop to it. Another one I do there that I haven't seen anywhere else is called Koi Soy.
Okay. I know Joe Coy, the comedian, but I don't know Koi Soy.
Well, Koi Soy is basically the Thai take on steak tartare.
Oh, cool.
And it's absolutely amazing. So if you like steak tartare, that's what it is, but with all those Thai flavors.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's a big deal with what's going on in the restaurant scene. And between the move of Lotus and the opening of Luger, the double L's, right? I'm pretty excited about it.
I also want to say that Lotus is very reasonably priced as well.
Amazing.
As far as deals go, it's great food at a great value.
Yeah, it really is, and that's one of the reasons that it got so popular here in Vegas, and that's why they're adding restaurants, because they're that good.
Yeah. All right, moving on to entertainment. This one really is a sign of the times. It's 2022, and what's going on, Anthony?
Well, first of all, credit to John EMMITT'S, who writes. He's the entertainment writer for the Review Journal, the local paper here, and he brings to everybody's attention that for the first time, maybe ever, since Elvis showed up in Las Vegas, there is not a single paid Elvis show or for-pay Elvis show in Vegas. That means no impersonators at any of Elvis impersonators at an Elvis impersonator show, no shows based on Elvis. I guess that one of them just recently closed, Hail to the King, or whatever it was called, and that leaves apparently zero. And which is just it was unthinkable.
Right. You think Elvis has left the city.
Yeah, pretty much. Almost. Now I said we would get back to this. That's a paid show. There's actually a free show at Harris, and that's Big Elvis.
He's great.
He plays on the afternoons. It's free in the piano bar. He's terrific. He sings Elvis. He acts like Elvis. He's
got big lamb chops like Elvis.
He's Big Elvis, though.
He is Big Elvis.
He is Big Elvis.
Yeah.
And that's a good one. But apparently there's going to be a return of these shows. There's things in the works. But as of right now, and I mean the whole time I've been in Vegas for 40 some years, I've never known Vegas to be Elvis-less.
Right.
So.
You can still get married by Elvis, right? There's still some chapels where you can get married by Elvis.
There's Elvis things going on. You just can't pay to see Elvis in a show right now. And we kind of thought that was noteworthy. But going back along those lines, I said dining and entertainment. And I think we're gonna see some interesting things in entertainment as well, because the rumor is that the next Elvis show will open outside of a casino, possibly at Alexis Park.
Okay.
And I think we're going to be seeing more things like that. Alexis Park is the non-casino hotel across from Virgin.
Yep.
And over on Harmon Avenue. And they've got showrooms there, and they're better priced. And I think we're going to be seeing more of that, along with venues that we're seeing away from casinos, like the opening of Pauly Shore's WISEGUYS.
Yeah,
right?
that's open now. WISEGUYS Comedy Club is open. It's awesome.
You go there, you perform, don't you? You do open mic?
I do open mic pretty much every Tuesday and every Wednesday. You can find me there.
Yeah, and they've got there's a blues club that's I don't think is open yet, but it's supposed to open right around the corner. Yep. There's a piano bar that's opened up right around the corner from our office, just about maybe a stone's throw from the Strip. So I think we're going to see a lot more diversity in entertainment in 2022 as these new joints are opening up.
Really high energy, really cool stuff happening here in Vegas. Now, it's been a little while since we've reported on this. CIRCA Survivor competition. How's it looking, Anthony?
It's looking like it's over.
It's over. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, we reported that there were 5 people remaining the last time we reported. What happened?
Yeah, with about 3 or 4 weeks to go, I think there were 5 contestants left.
Yeah.
And they all survived. They all made it all the way through. So what you got was 5 people. I don't know if they were men or women. I think they were guys. But 5 entrants sharing $6 million.
Nice.
So that's $1.2 million each.
Okay.
And 3 of those 5 actually saved either the Kansas City Chiefs or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for their last week. And there was something in the rules saying that if you bet on either of those teams in the last week, if you chose either of those teams and they won, you would get $1 million bonus.
Wow.
Both teams won. 2 of them picked the Chiefs. 1 of them picked the Buccaneers.
Wow.
Both teams won. So they split another $1 million between 3 people. So they ended up with a little over $1.5 million.
That's great. That's like a side bet. They took the side bet too. It's like that's awesome.
It was, we when we played it, we didn't think that was the right strategy. In fact, we used Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the first week.
Right.
But these guys held out and they got paid. So no more Survivor until next year, and then we'll be back into it, right?
All right, yeah, definitely. We'll do it next year, and then you heard it. We tracked it, and that's what happened. There were 5 people. What do you say? 4,000 entrants and 5,000.
4,000, almost 4,100, I think, or something like that.
And then 5 winners.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on, last week we did an episode about the Las Vegas Advisor Member Rewards book, and we had some really great comments. What do you think, Anthony?
I was amazed at the comments. I was gratified. There was a lot of nice things obviously said. It was real interesting to hear people's take on it because a lot of things that we espouse about the program, the value of it and how much fun it can be and how it introduces you to new places. People were bringing that up, so thank you very much for everybody out there. Yeah. We kept this thing going where a lot of others didn't. Those comments are worth reading if you're interested in the member rewards book because these are actual users, and it was great. I think there were almost 90 comments so far. It was terrific.
Really, really fun, and like I said, I like planning my itinerary downtown to maximize the most coupons and meals that I can play in one day. Bring a friend, and
I think we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it more, throughout the year as we discover which ones are better than we thought they were, or not so much. The one thing I do want to bring up, though, is that people who are coming to town, we still don't have it back. Today is January 13th. We hoped that it would be back by the 15th. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's going to be pretty close. It's already been printed. It's being bound right now, and then it will be shipped. And we are trying to get an expedited first shipment, or we might even drive to LA where it's being printed to pick it up. We will put that on our website as soon as it's in-house. But anybody who wants to come pick it up, call first, please, and we'll let you know the status.
Yeah, but it's days away. It's coming.
Yeah, days away. We're close. It'll be here before the end of the month.
Okay, and that's the member rewards book. And masks. Has anything changed in the way of masks, Anthony? Is it all pretty much the same?
It's the same. What we're dealing with is what the world's dealing with right now, Omicron, right? Yeah. So, Omicron has got everybody infected. So nobody's going to change anything with masks. The infection numbers have gone way up everywhere. The difference is that they're not reacting as they have in the past. So places aren't shutting down, shows aren't closing, restaurants aren't closing. But nobody in their right mind politically is going to tell people they don't have to wear masks.
Right.
So whether you like it or not, if you come to Vegas, you're going to be expected to wear them everywhere indoors. I don't see it changing anytime soon, although they say that this variant might be petering out. That remains to be seen. Hopefully so.
Yeah, hopefully so.
But until it does, there's going to be a mask mandate in force here.
Yep. And remember, if you're at a casino, most of the casinos give away masks there for free. So just pick one up there by most entrance
Really?
entrances.
Should almost never have to buy a mask. I mean,
Yeah.
you really almost never have to buy a mask.
Yeah, that's unless
So-
you want one of those like really fancy like going out masks, you know. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications if you like the show. Share it with your friends and leave comments if you have questions. And I think that's it for today.
It is.
We'll see you next week.